Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back. I'm your girl, Tatianna Tarot. We are here for another tarot energy forecast for the week of Monday, November 13th, all the way to Sunday, November 19th. I am so grateful to have you guys tuning in. If you are new, what's good? Welcome to this space. I'm Tatianna Tarot. I'm a diviner, a mom, Iyalorisa Priestess of the Sheshe tradition, an Espiritista, subtle energy healer, and I do a lot of things. But Sundays and Mondays, you can generally find me here with the tarot energy forecast for the week, forecasting whatever it is that we are in need of hearing and knowing for what is to come. All right. I pray that you guys have been on rest, on gratitude, on a space of ease, and still processing, of course, everything that is going on in the world and maybe in and through your own personal lives, and that it is seemingly more smoother to navigate. That I will say. I pray that you have gotten some sort of glimpse or insight as to what identities and realities you want to take up space and fulfill and serve in your divine purpose since last week's video. Okay, I'm eager to see what's going to come up this week. If you're watching this on November 13th, I want to say a couple of things. It's Monday, November 13th. So today is the last day for you to sign up for my 10-week tarot divination course, Embodying the High Priestess. It is the final year that I'm teaching this course live, so it's very, very special to me. Every year is special to me, but this year is extremely special for me. Cart does close today at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so all of you guys that are elsewhere in the world, you've got up until that point to sign up for the course, whether it be in its full totality or payment plan. The links are down below. We officially get started on Wednesday, November 15th, all right? So you can join us live every Wednesday night and take these classes with us for 10 consecutive weeks, or you can go at your own pace. Every class is going to be recorded and uploaded in the module. You could take your time with the material, with the workbooks, so on and so forth. It's going to be a delight. There's so much in there aside from tarot divination and ancestral veneration that can help you in all areas of your life. And so many people of different walks of life have taken the course: psychologists, therapists, teachers, parents, activists, creatives, soldiers. Everybody has found some sort of pathway that tarot fits in their life. And so I implore you to check in and see if this is a good match or fit, or if it resonates with you. You're feeling called to take the course. Please join me for this last live. I would be so honored to guide you guys within these next 10 weeks. So if you want more details about that course, link down below. Again, carts close 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today on Monday. But what's also today on Monday is, I believe it is officially the new moon in Scorpio. So let's see what Spirit has to say about this week in general. Okay, we're using the same old Rider-Waite. All right, I might use the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck. Okay, we have the Chalks of KIKONGO by my girl, again, on Sweet Things. That is listed down below. We have an Urzeli Freda Love Oracle by Three Sisters Hoodoo. Three Hoodoo Sisters, Three Sisters Hoodoo. I will link it down below so you guys know. And I forget the name of this oracle deck. It's an astrological oracle deck. I need to find it. But let's see, Great Spirit, what do you have to tell us about Monday the 13th, Tuesday the 14th? I know we are in this new moon. So what is the overall lesson for this new moon? How this new moon in Scorpio is going to impact us 13th and 14th of this month energetically. What is the takeaway from this new moon? What is the takeaway? What are we to learn? What are we to integrate? What is to be exposed? Okay, I'm already seeing the image of a snake All right, and contrary to popular belief, contrary to dogmatic belief, the snake is not demonic. The snake is not, could be temptation, but temptation is not necessarily bad. It's the power of seduction, and how you use that ability to persuade and seduce. You know, it could be used for beneficial purposes, and it could be used for unbeneficial purposes. That's up to the user, but it doesn't mean that temptation is inherently bad. And so contrary to popular belief, to me, the snake is about rebirth and regeneration. The power that we have as magicians, the power we have to rebirth ourselves, to shapeshift, to choose different personalities, different perspectives, different ways of self-expression, to choose what spirit and what aspect of our soul is going to be communicating with the world, what we have to say, what lives within us, and how our environment influences us. And so maybe an older iteration of ourselves is ready to die, is ready to be stripped away, so we can reveal the layers of a more authentic self, of a newer version of ourselves, right? Okay, so I'm getting the image of a snake. Give us more context on this. This is just, there's a lot of sacredness with the snake symbolism. Okay, there's a lot of sacredness with the snake symbolism as well, because it is a symbol of ancient ancient goddesses, the divine feminine, ancient goddess sectors and cults that worshipped goddesses prior to Abrahamic religions and patriarchal society on the rise. There was a matriarchal centered focus on goddess worship and revering the divine feminine and revering the sacred mysteries that we contain within our own feminine energy, regardless of gender or lack thereof. We have feminine energy, and this holds the secrets of the universe, right? It contains the whispers of source and the secrets of the universe, and kind of like an ebb and flow of learning and applying that knowledge and becoming another version of yourself. Learning at that level, applying that knowledge, and becoming a next level version of yourself, and so on and so forth. This circular motion of evolution is embedded in the symbol of the snake. Okay? Again, occult mysteries, sacred mysteries, ancient mysteries, using the power of the womb to influence the world around you, to persuade the world around you, to magnetize things to you. The power to give birth to things, to actualize, to co-create with source. So just take these codes, take these examples, take these themes, and just kind of meditate on how these themes are surfacing in your life. What are you feeling called or drawn to pay attention to, or research, or revisit? What's playing out maybe out in society? What's being exposed externally? What's being exposed internally? Maybe things you thought were not healed are still coming up to surface, like debris that is under the water, still surfacing. You know, like how every 15 years they find a new part of the Titanic that they didn't find before, or they went through off the coast of Egypt, off the coast of Alexandria, and they start finding more things underwater that kind of correlate to the story of Cleopatra, giving them like a little bit of hope that maybe they'll find the graves, the resting place, or the tomb, or the burial place of Cleopatra. So things like that. I'm just using examples of how what we thought was once down under and forgotten and lost, and maybe processed and accepted as something that is dealt with, can now be rearing its head and bringing up more to the surface. Again, this could be memories. This could be memories in this lifetime, memories in your childhood, or memories in a past life. You might not know why you feel called to Research ancient China, research the Byzantine Empire, research Sumerians in the goddess of Inanna, Egyptian mythology, the Book of the Dead, you know, what have you. You might be called to kind of put back these pieces together, or again, be in the becoming stages of whomever you're supposed to unfold to next, with this power of the snake, with the power of the serpent, with this powerful symbol here. So that is coming up for you guys. You know, may it catalyze and awaken your divine femininity. All right. Here we're getting the King of Wands. We're getting the Page of Swords, Monday the 13th, Tuesday the 14th. All right. King of Wands, Page of Swords. This is asking you to stay vigilant. This is asking you to stay vigilant. I need you guys to be paying more attention to what comes out of your mouth, to what is around you in your surroundings, to how maybe answers may be, prayers may be answered, signs are signing. There is a reason to believe here with the Page of Swords that the universe is talking back to you, that a guide is talking back to you, that source, creator, God is talking back to you, that your higher self is pointing you directly and very narrowly at specific things that are answering your requests, that are answering your questions. Page of Swords is filled with information. This might be a very overwhelming time. Take it as you may. Beginning of the week, overwhelming with thoughts, with ideas, with overhearing conversations, with reading new material, things that apply to what you've been searching for. Page of Swords is saying, in some way, a lot is being revealed to you now, and it's just a matter of where your focus is. Is your focus on the long term? Is your focus on yourself? Is your focus distracted? Because what you are asking for is being revealed to you in some shape or form. It might not be as direct as like it is literal, but it's direct in the sense that you can't miss the fact that it's a sign. And so for some of you guys, you might have to do a little bit more work with personal interpretation. You might have to pray to ask for more guidance on what is being revealed to you. You might have to pull cards. You might have to do some research on some dream interpretations. Page of Swords is always the animated version of air element on the go. Inquisitive, knowledgeable, educated, quick to express its opinions in a tactful way, but also very sharp, does not miss any cues, does not miss any subtleties with details. So again, we're going to, for the beginning of this week, or maybe even the duration of the month, really, or just in the essence of this new moon in Scorpio, we're going to be using our senses to pick up on things that are not being said or not being shown clear to the eye, but is actually being shown behind the veil. So there are a lot of things that are hidden that are going to come up to the surface, but are going to be evident if you're paying attention to details such as body language, such as the thing that is not being said, such as energy, maybe thoughts that are popping in your brain that is informing you more about a person, place, or thing. Maybe dreams that provide clues and context and information. Maybe songs that are chasing you. Maybe it's quite literally a person that is a symbol, an archetype, a representation of some sort of lesson, meaning, or theme that is working out in your life that you are to pay attention to. Pay attention to the reoccurring stuff. Pay attention to what grabs your attention, okay? Try to be present as much as possible this week. That is where the magic happens. If you're present, you can react in the present moment. You can analyze and assess things as they are in the present moment without interjecting maybe a biased lens on, oh, I experienced this in the past, so this must be da-da-da-da-da, or this is what I really want, so this is... No, you're here, you're letting it play out, you're letting source carry the load for you, and you're moving with inspired divine action in the moment as you see fit in the moment, right? And so you're allowing the cues. This is a week to gather information. If you're a person that, again, the snake is coming up, so is themes with your own personal darkness, themes with your own personal shadow that you need to work through in order to fully become the phoenix or the next version of the snake that you are, the next version of you. These themes may be revealed in the motives of other people. These themes may be revealed through song lyrics or books that catch your eye, music and audio that catches, music and visuals that catch your eye, that have a deeper meaning to things. I think there's looking at the deeper meaning to things. If you get into como se dice, if you get into a rat hole or whatever it is, a spiral of conspiracy theories, that would kind of be on brand. Some of these things are not as far-fetched as they seem, and some of it is, you know, this week serves for you to stretch your reality. And it kind of reminds you that you are co-creating with your reality. And there are things that are just blatantly in front of our eyes that are inevitable, that take a toll on us. Like the wars, like the terrors, like what's going on quite literally. And then from that information, how does that inform you to the person you want to be? To how you want to perceive the world around you? To what inspired action you're going to take from that. Okay? King of Wands is very interesting. I'm still getting this stance of do less and observe more. This is a time where a lot is going to be done for you. I just see a very celestial, universal, omnipresent chess game going on within the many gods that there are. Like, many gods are playing a chess game, and you're just kind of sitting back in observer mode and seeing where the pieces will lay and how that's going to affect what you do next. With the Page of Swords, there's so much information coming through. You want to be very clear. You want to be clear of all the containers that are in your field, your capacity of what you can contain and receive and accept for the things that you are calling into your life. So let's say your energetic container in generating money. Okay, there could be a lot of themes happening right now where people are in a state of fear, in a state of lack, in a state of survival, right? And your container could be attracting this news or just seeing this surface up a lot in your field, right? And if you're a person that's like, okay, well, I want to make this much, or I want to be able to generate this with ease, and I want to be able to live and do this all around the world and not worry about that. And all of this is coming up for your container right now. All of these themes of struggle and lack, right? Then that's telling you that your current container is only reflecting these core belief systems that need to be cleared and addressed. You need to expand your container so that it is now mirroring to a certain extent, because that's very nuanced. Not everything that is mirrored to us means that we're believing that, right? But you have to expand your container so that you're calling in some of these realities into it that now reflect the belief systems of what you want to embody, right? So it's very much an embodiment practice. With the Page of Swords, it wants you to pay attention to things that are the antithesis of what you're trying to embody, that are blocking that sort of magic coming through in and through your body. Embodiment is the portal to your manifestations. Embodiment is the key to you seducing the universe. The embodiment is you in your God body, acting as such in creation. And so if you don't feel it first vibrationally, if you don't get a sense of how it is going to energetically unfold, right? You might not visually know what that's going to look like. You might not have the people, places, things, or the timing, but you can get the sensation, you can get the vibration, and then that kind of locks everything else into place. So the Page of Swords is telling you this is the energy of that, and this is the energy of this, and this energy is just energy. You can either change it and shift it into something else, or recycle it so that it's giving the same old. But you can't kill or destroy energy. You can either morph it into a new frequency or vibration, or have it play out in repetition, right? And so what I'm trying to say with all of this, less is more this week. Not to do, not to perfect, not to fix, not to perform, but to see where you currently stand in your container of what it is you are looking to manifest, to create, to call forth, to embody. Okay? Pay attention to the thoughts that come in your head. Assess, evaluate. Is this mine? Is this someone else's energy? Is someone projecting towards me? Okay, am I projecting towards another person? What is the spirit trying to tell me? What are my ancestors trying to tell me? It's very loud with ancestral communication, with guide communication. We are in Gede season, we're in ancestor season, we're in the season of spirit in general. So it's going to be a clusterfuck of all types of spirits, elevated and unelevated. And these spirits live within us. You know, we're the epigenetic embodiment of our ancestors. And until you are able to recognize triggers and signs and ways in which we embody that, for better or for worse, you're going to be walking around like a zombie, just oblivious to these energies and these spirits living in your body. So Page of Swords wants you to pay attention. It wants you to let the information be known to you, be brought to you, okay? Things are going to be brought to you. Source wants you to be privy to this information because it's going to help you. Your ancestors want you to be privy to this information because it's going to help you. Your higher self wants you to be privy to these information. You know, you might, and an example is like you're thinking you're confident, and then there's a situation that happens and you get information from the way your body feels, like, oh, I don't feel confident because this happened, or I have this insecurity because I never cleared this out with an ex-partner, and lo and behold, it's still lingering in my body, right? A lot of you guys are on the path to greatness. A lot of you guys are on the path to deepening your self-awareness, to deepening your courage, to embodying empowerment. And what that means is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And also this regulation or this ebb and flow with emotions. A lot of you may be feeling really moody and displaced and maybe somewhat manic. Like one minute you're just like crying your eyes out, angry, about to cut off the world, and the next minute you're laughing hysterically, everything is love and light, and you're shooting gratitude from your fingertips, right? It's very unpredictable waves of both elation and grieving and sorrow, but yet gratitude and becoming and a new day. So as you're kind of navigating all of this, because it's both a simultaneous release from the body and receiving, within the body, both old and new energies, both old and new frequencies, as you're updating yourself, as you're deciding and creating in the moment what it is that you want this new reality to embody, who it is that you want to embody in this new reality, and what you're going to be doing in this space. It could be a time where you need a lot of space to figure that out, or it could be a really fun time where you're just trying on personalities. There could be you wanting to wipe the slate clean, wearing different things, trying on different hairs, trying different foods, different cultures, listening to different music, and seeing how that music impacts your personality and your energy. And I liken this to trying on energy, trying on different cheat codes and seeing how that makes you feel until you find the right energy of what you want to embody, right? I hope this is making sense. So again, less is more. It's not a lot. It's not about you doing anything necessarily for the beginning of this week. It's more about you paying attention and doing your best to regulate your energies and emotions, doing your best to hold space for those emotions, but also understand where they're coming from. I would say don't be quick to react. It is Scorpio season, so we might be inclined to just with the scorpion tail, and that is not advised at this time. We're getting the revenge card. Okay, and so again, a lot of stuff that you thought you had processed could still be lingering and bringing up this emotion that it makes you vindictive, or it makes you want to lash out, or makes you wonder, why didn't I say this in the moment, or why did I just let this pass? You need to exhibit a lot of grace unto yourself. You need to exhibit a lot of patience and forgiveness unto yourself, not necessarily unto other people. I'm not one of those people that's going to be like, oh, forgive that and that. I mean, that is a personal journey that if you want to do that, that's on you. You know, there's a lot of heinous things that people have experienced that it makes it very hard for them to forgive people that have victimized them in any way. And so that is your personal journey as to whether or not you want to take that route. But you can always extend your self-love and grace and that forgiveness onto yourself as we are still learning, as we are still evolving, as we are still growing. So bear that in mind as you navigate the layers of emotions, as you peel back, as you investigate, as you become, as you expand, as you understand, as you try on new flavors, as you discover new flavors of yourself. Give yourself grace. Okay, I think this is a time also with the combination of the King of Wands and Page of Swords that your opinion needs to be heard. If you're holding back, I mean, this doesn't have to be publicly on social media, but if someone needs to hear something because you're being rubbed the wrong way, or you're feeling that fire in your belly needs to be released, release it, but do so in a tactful way. Okay, know what the intention is in your communicating that. Know what the impact is going to be in your communication. We want to not necessarily not have a stake with revenge, but we don't want to handle the revenge. Like, let source handle the revenge. Let your spirits handle the revenge the way that they see fit, is what I'm trying to say. Things are already done in motion in ways that you don't see. Let the work work. Let it just unfold the way it needs to unfold, and trust that you need to have faith. A lot of this week is having faith, even though we're not seeing things we need to be having faith in. And I think those are the most challenging times. Those are the most pivotal times in which we need to exude more faith, more hope, more grace unto ourselves. a very powerful and magic time. You could be receiving lots of downloads with occult information that need to be utilized at this time for yourself, for your safety, for your protection, for your loved ones, and for your glow up. Here we're getting Santero. This is Santeria, this is Santero, has nothing to do with voodoo, but that's the card. Santero. So I see this as somebody, you know, just based on my interpretations and what I am, this is the energy of cultivation. We're cultivating. Something is in creation. Something has already been in the process of being prepared, of being cultivated, harvested, in preparation for something much larger, right? So we're in the working stages of something much bigger that awaits us, from us and to us, that we don't necessarily see but can feel. This is the time for that information to prepare you for what's to come in your personal life and on a global level. And yes, we can't ignore the realities, but we don't necessarily know what the next chapters will be. They might not be as stark and as gloom as they present themselves now. So giving and holding space for that glimpse of hope, for that possibility of miracles and change, and for that energy to potentially unfold or transmutate or alchemize into something you didn't expect, is where you're going to need to implement some sort of faith and patience. Okay, let me try to find this in the book and see what the author, right here. This is the fiery part of earth. Volcanoes and earthquakes are within the realm of this card. And herbs are being made to the offering of the bata drum. Okay. Strong holiness for the earth, of the characteristic traits for this card. Strong holiness and reverence for the earth. There is an offer that is being made to a musical instrument that is also an embodiment of a spirit of an Orisha in this card, right? And so we're using the earth as offerings. And this is also a card of cultivation, of patience, of industry, in physical things, okay? Of grace. So very parallel to what I said. Offerings, again, will have to be made this week, all right? And offerings can look like a prayer, can look like gratitude, of course, to your ancestors or onto yourself. I think a lot of times we forget that we are spirits, we have essences, and we need to be celebrating ourselves. So, you know, a practice right now is to show respect, honor, and reverence for your journey, how far you've come, what you've learned, who you are becoming, you know, your process to fall in love with that whole scenario. Great Spirit, what are we getting for the middle of the week? Wednesday, the 15th. Thursday, the 16th. Hold on, these cards just want to jump. Something wants to speak. Okay, so I will let you speak. Great Spirits. All right, you flew out, so you clearly have something to say. A much more softer approach. We have the King of Cups that flew out of the deck, and of course, staring at me is the Four of Wands. Such a lovely combination, such a stark contrast from the cards we had received last week and the prior weeks, where they were much more reflective of the times, right, we're going through. King of Cups brings in the holiness of water, the sacredness of sweetness, the holiness of honey. It gives you, King of Cups allows you space to be emotional without criticism, without judgment, without ridicule. It is the mature version of the divine masculine that can still be in the divine feminine and be a safe container to contain these emotions while you process them. Okay, this tells me that a lot of us are preparing our vessels for our divine partnerships. Some of you may be in a divine partnership. It might not resemble that right now. And so this is the process of shedding, I don't want to say shedding the ugliness, but shedding, you know, the shadows and the demons that don't need to be there so that the light can thrive in that relationship, in that dynamic, in that association. There is much light, there's much sweetness in the shadows. I think the King of Cups is often seen as the lighter side of our emotions, but it is giving birth to, it is allowing us to give birth to a more well-rounded, grounded, and competent version of ourselves that is able to hold space for these unruly emotions. These, when I say dark, I mean subconscious, not seen in the light, not brought to the awareness. These dark emotions, right? It's our ability to hold space for this and to say that you have the right to exist. You have the right to express yourself. You have the right to be. And yet, after that expression, after holding space for that articulation of that emotion to be, it now floods that in with sweetness. It now floods that in with nurturing, with understanding, with hearing the story that lies in behind that emotion. If the emotion is, I feel anger towards this, what is that rooted in? Is it rooted in shame? Is it rooted in fear? Is it rooted in guilt? Is it truly rooted in abandonment? Attachment, right? So the King of Cups kind of breaks the ice, breaks the clouds, the gray clouds, and brings in a beam of light and understanding and softness for us to land as we're navigating these dark emotions. Again, some of these emotions may be found within certain relationships, even though the relationships are divinely encountered. Maybe your experience of them may not feel like that right now. And these are just things that need to be cleared from that relationship so that it can evolve into what it's meant to be and how it's meant to serve you and other people. For those that are single, this is you experiencing these emotions, and maybe it could be emotions about self-worth, deservability, processing other people's projections onto you that you're thinking they're your own emotions when they're like the belief systems of your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your ancestry when it comes to love, when it comes to self. This is a really pivotal time to make major breakthroughs with self-love, to make major breakthroughs with owning your authentic self, with being unfuckwittable with, if that's even a word, not really caring, not caring to perform, allowing yourself to be transparent, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to be seen in all colors and expressions. This is a very fluid card. So even those that don't necessarily prescribe to different pronouns or identifying different energies within them, you might find yourself noticing in certain iterations of your life where you're more feminine, where you're more masculine, where you're more non-binary. Maybe you want to explore more of the divine masculine in you. You need those more masculine undertones to come out in certain situations. Maybe this is a time where you're wanting to heighten your femininity, right? Regardless, again, of your gender, you're playing with the dance of you being a shapeshifter and you choosing, this is who I get to embody today, and this feels right to me, it feels balanced, it feels, you know, I desire this, this is how my spirit wants to express itself. These are the people I want to have around me, and these are the activities I want to do, and this, today I'm feeling a little bit more softer, today I'm feeling a little bit more edgier, right? These emotions are making me do this, so on and so forth. I think instead of trying to find harmony and unity and a balance that is applicable to everyone universally, that doesn't exist. You need to find your balance and your harmony in your own foundation, your emotional foundation. And the key to that is your home. It is going to be your ancestry. So doing research on ancestors that granted themselves the freedom to express themselves as such. Maybe to express their creative liberties, maybe to express, you know, their boundaries, maybe to express how they showed up in the home. You know, a lot of these things are going to be questioned. You might be questioning what kind of, if you want to get married or not, what kind of wife or husband or lack thereof you want, if you want to be a parent, what kind of parent you want to be, your belief systems, your religious systems, your political systems, how you view money. You might, all of this is kind of coming up for reevaluation, for reassessment, for finding the underlying patterns and the programming and the stories that lie behind this belief system that's making you make the decisions that you're doing now. Again, think of the snake. All of this has to come up. The snake has to shed the skin to rebirth into something new. There might be a lot of sacred weddings coming up. Divine timing to meet your partner, getting clear on meeting your partner, or getting clear on your love list, getting clear on divine partnership. If you're already in a partnership or not, you could still be like, I want my partner to do this and this, I want to experience this and this, and know that you're going to get it in some shape or form. If not with your partner, maybe with somebody better. Right? Just in the sense that you will always be provided for, in the sense that the house is holy. There's a cleansing the home, cleansing the temple, cleansing the family. A lot of peace within families, a lot of breakthroughs within families, maybe ancestral secrets coming through, secrets in and through the marriage, maybe spirits that embody love, unity, male and female spirits, married spirits. You know, these may be entities and guides coming up in your life, whether you're married or not, to help guide you at this time. A lot of people are going to be meeting their divine partner shortly, or realizing that they're already in a divine partnership and already standing in that a little bit more wholeheartedly. And because it's talking about energetic contracts, we're talking about energetic contracts. Some of you guys are clearing with all of this emotion that you're doing. You're clearing your energy contracts that no longer serve you in this timeline. And as you're clearing that energy and those old promises and those old commitments, whether it be from a past life or this life, you're making space for what is truly meant to be in your field, in your container. All right. And, you know, just being patient with that process. Being patient with that process is what Spirit is saying. Not being impulsive, not just taking the bare minimum, raising your standards, which means that you know your worth, which means you know that you're not for everybody. You're for something or someone very specific, and you'll know it when you see it. Okay, we're getting Radha, we're getting Masa. And that's this card here. The virtue of connection, all right? The dance of the soul. This talks about a move, a change in residence, an intercession, an unexpected gift arrives for good or for ill. We're in transit, all right? This is talking about the war on this earth is also parallel to what's going on up there. in the ethers, in the astral realms. And so there's a lot being shown to you, okay? There's a lot being shown to you in your dreams. There's a lot of, you know, if you're a person that takes a lot of refuge in prayer, prayers from the Quran, prayers from the Bible, prayers from your own ashe. Prayers are very effective. They're universal requests. Prayers for protection, prayers for cleansing, prayers for clarity. All of this is needed, okay? You need to be in your spiritual bag right now because a lot of mountains are being moved, all right? As much as there is darkness, there is a lot of light. There is a lot of the force that is fighting that is here at your disposal to be used. So Spirit wants you to open your mouth and make declarations, right? Extremism. I mean, now we're in a space where it's like the veil has been lifted. We're seeing things for what they are, and it seems like we're in some sort of simulation movie. I mean, I mentioned the Matrix a couple of videos ago, and it's not so far-fetched to believe that we're in like some sort of simulation, right? And so with the card extremism, it's take it there, do what needs to be done. If you're feeling called to do some sort of ritual or to act in a way that is going to benefit and help you, that's what you're being divinely guided on. Take those necessary steps. Nothing is too extreme at this time. Like nothing is too almost like I want to say phantasmagorical. Like they're like Harry Potter is real, like the Matrix is real, like we live in a stimulation that has many dimensions and it's all being played out at the same time, right? So don't think that something is too far-fetched or it's too impossible to be done. So what is the 16th, the 17th, 18th, 19th Great Spirit? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 17th, 18th, and 19th of February. Of not February. Why did I say February? Of November. 17, 18, 19 of November. They want you to ask. You guys are not asking clearly. You're just worried. You need to ask, 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 and let go. Ask and let go. Ask and let go. Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Cups. Unexpected plot twist in your career. Okay? Unexpected plot twist in terms of how you show up for yourself. I don't see this as bad. I just see this as these are fated changes that needed to happen. With the Seven of Cups, you're going to see things that you did not expect. This is unveiling. This is revelations. This is realizations. The Queen of Pentacles shows me that you guys are grounded, that you're not dwelling in a fantasy land. You're really seeing things and processing things in a healthy way. And a part of you was like, all right, I'm going to be here in my bubble. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to make sure I'm eating what I need to eat. I'm reading what I need to read, seeing what I need to see. I'm implementing discernment, discrimination. All right. I'm questioning. I'm asking the guides to clarify. I'm asking them to send more signs if need be. I'm waiting. I'm being patient. Wheel of Fortune is right up around the corner. Fated events was meant to happen during this new moon in Scorpio is meant to happen. You meant to see it. You meant to run into that person. You meant to think of that thing. You meant to deal with that change. And it is going to leave you in wonder. It's going to leave you in shock. It's going to leave you in surprise. That's not always bad. That's not always bad. Okay. You're grounded enough to navigate some of these watery realms. But this is a karmic, this is some sort of karmic energy that you're being pulled to see. You're being made aware of. You're being shown the reality of it. And you're being assisted in that. You're being, even if it's something that's seemingly undesirable, I still get the essence that you guys don't have to do anything. It's going to be done for you. It's going to be taken care of. It's going to be handled. But you had to see something in there for some reason. This is Congo Mambo. Water. Transmit images and occult impressions. Reflects everything around her. All right. Okay, so this is, yeah, visions. You might have to, you know, if you do the glass of water and a white candle practice, which is the standard Espiritismo practice for venerating and communicating with your ancestors and your guides, that in of itself is going to be enough to reveal things to you. If you are a stargazer, the stars are going to reveal something to you. If you are a fire gazer, you know how to interpret flames, that will reveal something to you. If you are just going to visit the water, the ocean, and you want to look at the reflection, that will reveal something to you. There is something inside of you that is just at the peak of being coming out, you know, like a genie from a bottle. It's coming out of you. That needs to be reflected in and through something externally for you to see what's coming out of you, what's in you. That is what's going to be revealed this weekend, or this week in general, you know. Nothing to be like, this is all, again, a part of the journey. And it's a breadcrumb for you to follow here. With the Page of Pentacles, it's a breadcrumb. It's saying, hey, here, I need you to pay attention to this. Spirit, what's going on in their love lives for this week? What's going on in their love lives for this week in general? Will love of self, love with other people. Good intentions. Good intentions. I think, okay. Good intentions, cat lady. Cat ladies, you know, how do we say them in Spanish? I don't remember. I don't remember, but they're like women that are seen as undesirable because they don't leave the house and they don't take care of themselves. That is like the standard interpretation of cat lady. I don't see it like that. I see cat ladies as very intuitive. Cats are very sacred animals. They're very intuitive animals, and they're also very self-fulfilling. Like, they are self-possessed, self-fulfilling. You can't tell a cat what to do. Cat's gonna do what a cat wants to do. Cat's very high on vibes. Cat's very discerning. Cats can feel people from a mile away. So if a cat likes you, you're highly blessed and favored. Okay, because cats don't do anything that they don't want to do. They're playful, they're sensual, they're mischievous, they're inquisitive. They're in their own realm. They're royal, right? And so to perceive the good intentions in the cat lady, this may be a perceptive shift, a perception shift in terms of how you see yourself, in terms of how you see your worth, in terms of how you're carrying yourself. This might be a week where, okay, the emphasis is not so much on a partner or somebody out there, and it's on me. It's on filling me up. It's on seeing myself as this divine being. It's this crown on my head. Maybe this is about also just staying indoors, not being too busy, staying indoors, and focusing on the self, focusing on your intentions, clarifying the intentions you want in love, how you want to show up in love, how you're filling yourself up with love so that you don't, You don't need it from another person because you've got an endless supply for yourself, but you desire expressing that love in and through a partnership with another person. So that's the difference. Like, I don't need to be in a relationship. I don't need to be chosen. I don't need that. But I want it. I want that experience in my reality. I have cultivated the gift or how to overflow with love for myself. I would like to share that with another person. I would like that person to share that with me as well. So learning this, being in that bag, being in that realm, being in that space is what we're seeing here. And also using your gifts. Again, a lot of sacred images such as the snakes, such as the cat, you know, water, and things that apply to the occult, that apply to psychic sensuality. Maybe that's another class I need to be teaching, right? Utilizing your senses to divine information, right? Using this time to get a lot of information that you need in order to become the next version of yourself, get to the next level. So let's use Chalks of KIKONGO, see what it has to say for this week. Great Spirit, what is the wisdom? Chalks of KIKONGO. And our card for today, going back to the future. It says, going back to the future. To go back to tradition is the first step forward. We build our futures on the foundations of our traditions. We look towards the medicines and the wisdom of our ancestors and elders to guide us and to support us as we move forward. Lean, honor, and pass down the customs of your family lineage. We move backwards to move forwards. Other meanings. Be mindful of disregarding your family's customs for what's trendy. Contemporary does not mean superior. Consult with the wise elders of your family and or community for guidance. They are seasoned with experiences and can offer their counsel. Generational healing. When we heal ourselves, we heal our family lineages, those that came before us, those that are here with us now, and those that are yet to come. Dig deeper. How do you allow the past to inform your future? How can you regard your family's customs as scientific technology rather than superstition? How do you ensure the thriving of your family's sacred customs and practices? What rituals are you creating that will later become family tradition? So again, orienting ourselves with the Four of Wands, focusing on the home, focusing on what those voices that are screaming at us to pay attention are trying to say, focusing on the signs around us, focusing on ourselves, focusing on ourselves as the divinatory vessel. If we were the glass of water, if we were the tarot cards, what would our senses be revealing to us? What would we need to see, hear, or know at this time, right? And so those are just some things for us to focus on this week. Again, today is the last day. Monday is the last day to sign up for Embodying the High Priestess. Link down below. Payment plan available. 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'ma catch y'all next week. Sending you so much love as per usual. Be awesome. Bye.